Welcome to Finance Dojo. We aim to be the best personal finance educational channel you'll ever need. Click that subscribe button and the notification bell right now so you won't miss out. Personal finance is similar to a prostate exam, and that requires a thorough examination. While it is common knowledge, by the time one is in their 40s, it's a real pain. However, it has the potential to transform your whole outlook on life. Amidst all of the dubious financial guidance, I discovered certain ideas that genuinely work. So in this video, I'd want to offer the 10 most important lessons I've learned about personal finance that have had the most impact in my life. Number 1. Money isn't the only thing. It doesn't matter how much money you make until a certain point. Assuming your fundamental requirements are taken care of, you'll never be able to get your finances in order without making significant cuts to your spending and saving. A small concept called lifestyle creep or lifestyle inflation is responsible for this. Lifestyle creep occurs when the amount of money you spend on non-essential rises along with your income. You receive a $5,000 salary increase, but instead of putting the additional fund toward your debt repayment, you decide to save them. You ponder the possibilities of what you may be able to purchase with it. What about a new flat-screen television, a new bathroom, or a long-anticipated vacation? I mean, you work pretty hard to get that boost in income, and you deserve it. Many of the folks I know who make 6 figures or more a year are struggling to pay off their college loans and are living paycheck to paycheck. As a result of lack of planning, they aren't saving enough. Setting aside a certain proportion of your earnings is the key. A starting point of 20% is a reasonable place to start, and you should maintain that percentage even as your earnings increase. Instead, pretend that you never received the increase in the first place and use the additional money to pay down your debts or save for the future. Number 2. Ensure that your earnings are diverse. It's never been a better moment to start a freelancing company or side hustle. I had no idea where I'd wind up when I first started working as an independent filmmaker 10 years ago. I moved from a yearly salary of $10,000 to well over 6 figures. There's just so much money you can save when it comes to cost. However, because there is no limit to how much you may earn, freelancing and consulting are some of the finest methods to boost your income in a short period of time. You can probably do it if you can identify a dozen instances of someone making a full-time career as a freelancer in a certain profession. Whether it's writing, teaching music, or teaching people how to tidy their closets, almost everyone has a marketable ability. And if you don't believe you have a skill you can use to make money, that leads me to my next lesson. Number 3. Make an investment in your personal and professional growth. It may be counterintuitive, but as the saying goes, you have to spend money to make money. We have access to an almost infinite number of books, courses, and online resources. You may improve your skills in almost every area you can think of. It doesn't matter if you want to be a video editor or an accountant. There's a lot of techniques to boost your worth to companies and clients. So a set of headphones was one of the first items I ever bought. I just made my first $100 as a filmmaker, and I knew I wanted to put that money back into improving the quality of my work. So it wasn't so much about obtaining a good return on my investment, as it was about making the finest films I could. But it turns out that's exactly what you need to do to begin with, in order to receive a return on your investment. When you invest in the correct education, tools, and resources, it may pay off handsomely. Number 4. Accept all offers. As your profession or business progresses, you'll naturally become more choosy about the task you accept. If you're just starting off though, now is not the time to be choosy. You can never be too good for a job. If someone wants to make a promotional video for their foot massage shop, they should start with their feet. Then with the additional income you've earned, put it toward your debt or savings. You won't have to keep filming films of individuals getting their feet massaged indefinitely. Number 5. Take up residence with your parents. Even if you're past 30, move in with your parents, or at the absolute least, find some roommates to help you save money on your most expensive monthly expense, rent. When I first started paying off my debt, this was one of the smartest financial moves I made. Since the 1960s, the percentage of people living at home has continuously increased, reaching a century high of 52% only last year. That isn't a coincidence. Property values are skyrocketing, while student loan debt is at an all-time high. I'm not saying it's fair, but these are the cards we've been dealt, and we must take responsibility for our life in order to improve our situation. If you're fortunate enough to still have your parents, you'll be able to quickly raise how much you can pay off your debt or save in general. Number 6. Don't buy anything you don't need. Start putting the money away in a savings account. Take note of how you feel a few months after making a major buy. Is it resolving all of the issues that you expected it to? Do you think you're getting any closer to happiness or contentment? How much closer would you be to happiness if you instead work on paying off some of the debt that has been dragging you down? A little patience and commitment when it comes to your personal financial objectives may go a long way. Number 7. Keep track of what's important. You don't have to track every penny, but if you want to make progress toward your personal financial objectives, you'll need to start keeping track of your progress. When it came to paying off my debt, one of the first things I did was create a spreadsheet with the total amounts, monthly payments, and interest rates for each of my loans. I checked that spreadsheet more than Instagram throughout the 4 years it took me to pay off my debt. Even when I didn't have much to say and things seemed to be moving slowly, I'd physically pull up that spreadsheet, log in, and erase my loans one by one to get a sense of how it would feel if I truly paid them off. That was a fantastic visualization exercise that helped me stay focused on the finish line. If you can't bear the thought of using a spreadsheet, there are plenty of other wonderful applications that can help you keep track of your expenses automatically. The main thing is that you have a bird's eye view of your money to start to understand where the ship is going. Number 8. Each year, read one personal finance book. This isn't only about learning something new. It's also about being reminded to keep going. If everyone you know is renting BMWs and living paycheck to paycheck, you're in trouble. It's not going to inspire you to be more responsible. Immersing yourself in the stories of others who have gone before you will assist you in keeping your eyes on the prize. Number 9. Reduce your social media feeds. Here's the thing, we forget about that tiny unfollow button on Instagram every now and then. And while we all have our guilty loves, such as garbage reality television series, our culture already has a significant impact on the decisions we make. By ignoring the negative influences in our lives, we may begin to develop a supportive and encouraging feed, instead of the others constantly telling us of the things we definitely must have. Number 10. Finally, congratulate yourself on your achievements. To become financially independent, you don't have to live in a cave far away from society and eat only ramen. Although, given the current state of affairs, it doesn't appear to be a terrible thing. It's critical to make time to savor and celebrate life along the journey. As you advance from debt-ridden to debt-free, create goals and incentives for yourself. Whether it's a fine bottle of wine, a new set of headphones, or finally replacing your broken laptop, there's something for everyone. You give yourself encouragement to keep trying to appreciate those modest victories. The fact is that, for the most part, achieving financial independence is a long and arduous process. There are a lot of twists and turns along the road, but the result is well worth it. Imagine not having to worry about money, being able to quit your unfulfilling career, or being able to check the menu on the left side first. As always, this video is for educational purposes only and not financial advice. You should always do your own research and speak to a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Thank you for watching us and see you in the next one.